All right, you guys, welcome to my channel. As you can tell from the title, we are about to be getting to a messy little story time, okay? So before I start, I want to say that this happened years ago, maybe 2015, 2016. It was in September. It was my cousin's birthday. So let's get into it. It was my cousin's birthday, and she decided to have a little something at this hotel. Now, she was going to be going to the hotel later that evening with her guy. So we decided, me, her, and a few of her other friends, we went with her to the bar that's downstairs, like a little bar area. We could have drinks, food, and stuff like that. And we were chilling, we were hanging out. And at the time, nothing else was planned after that. Like, we were just going to do that, and then she was going to spend an evening with her guy. It happened to be someone else's birthday that we know, and they were going to be at this place that was really lit at the time called Lituation, okay? And so she came to me, she was like, everybody's over there, we should go. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I shouldn't have went, okay? We get there, and it's lit, I'm not going to lie. Music is jumping. This place was always lit at the time. I don't know what's going on with it now. I haven't been there in years, so I don't know. But it was lit. It was a great time, I'm not gonna lie. So the guy in this story, I just want to say that he wasn't a random person. I had already knew him prior for like maybe 2 years, being around him and stuff like that. He was there. It was actually his cousin's birthday, and she was there celebrating. And so it was my cousin's birthday, his cousin's birthday, and everybody there with their different groups and having a good time, okay? So as you know, one by one from my group, everyone was leaving. My cousin left with her guy, her best friend had left, her 2 homegirls had left, and then the last person that was left was me and my cousin's girlfriend, a different cousin. And so she, was gonna take me home, and she was like, hey, now you ready to go? Let's go. He came to me and he was like, no, I'll take you home. I should have left. I should have left with my friend. My friend left, and he said to me, he was like, go outside, wait for me out there. I'm going to say bye to everybody, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Now, like I said, I know him way before this night. So I know what his car looks like. So I go outside and start walking to his car, and he comes out maybe a minute or two after. Okay. Don't judge me for the next part. We get in the back seat. Things are happening. We was in there for a little minute. Next thing you know, the back door swings open. The back door swings open, y'all. Like, now mind, I'm not scared. I'm shocked, because in my mind, I'm like, why didn't he lock his door to his car? And in a second, I'm like, who the is this? Okay. So boom, the door swings open. Now the girl, she don't start coming at me. Also, I want to note that at this time, he was single, but I guess he was dealing with whoever else at the time, but he was definitely single. So boom, the door swings open. This girl starts cursing him out, saying all type of crazy stuff. Me, I just grab my things, get myself together, get out the car. And at this point, I don't even care what's about to go on between them. I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to get home after this messy ass night. So I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? Now, all of a sudden, people start forming around the situation. People he know, because everybody I know is gone at this point, okay? Everybody I know left. So everybody's forming around the situation. Everybody's wondering what's going on, what happened, whatever like that. They get into it. I don't have time for this. I did say a few things to him. I'm not going to get into what was said, but I said a few things to him, and I end up going home. I was taken home by 2 girls I don't even know. To this day, I don't know them, never saw them after that. I was taken home by 2 girls I don't know. But I do believe the 2 girls knew the girl that was wilding out on him, because they was asking me questions. And I could tell they was trying to, fill out the situation. But I didn't tell them much of anything. So I get home, I'm upset. I hit my cousin up. Now, mind you, I know this person because of my cousin. I hit my cousin up to tell her what happened. She is about to go off. Now, keep up with me, because the guy that she's with is his cousin, okay? So they're having their night. I didn't want to disturb because it was her birthday, but I'm like, no, I got to let her know what just happened. So I let her know what happened. She hits him up and like, what did you get my cousin into? Oh, we got beef now. Da-da-da. A whole big thing. A whole big thing. But the way he trying to tell it to her was like it was nothing. It was like, nah, like I would never do that. Like this situation, like it wasn't this, it wasn't that, whatever. So boom, I go in the shower. I'm upset. I go shower. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. I go shower. I get out the shower. I have text messages from him. Oh, you know, I'm sorry about that. Like, you know, that's not like my girlfriend or nothing. And, you know, I'm sorry about the situation. And I would have never put you in that situation. And I understand if you never want to talk to me again. You know how guys get. That little, you know how they get. Oh, I understand if you never want to talk to me again. Okay, you know what? I was like, it is what it is. I'm good. I don't want to talk about it no more, right? Tell me why 20 minutes later, he texts me to come outside. Now, mind you, like I said, I've already knew him before, so he knows where I live. He knew where I live. He tells me to come outside. I go outside. We have a conversation in the car. The conversation leads to us doing back what we did before, right? And after everything, I'm sitting there talking to him about the situation, like, why would you put me in this situation? How could this, oh, how would I supposed to know that was happening? I'm like, first of all, you knew something could have happened, because if you know how this girl is, and you knew she was in there, because I didn't know she was in there, why would you put me in this position? I'm like, and then your car doors are not locked. Outside of that situation, anything else could have happened. What's going on? Fast forward, everything was fine after that. We were cool. Nothing like that ever happened again, including us doing that. That was literally the first and last time we ever did anything. To this day, I guess you could say we're cool. We're still friends on social media and everything like that. He has a beautiful girlfriend, 3 beautiful kids. He's living his life. I'm living my life. And I don't do things like that no more, guys. I've been celibate for 2 years. I don't do things like that anymore. I also don't club and party and drink as much anymore. This was when I was in like my mid-20s, you guys. I'm 34 now. This happened in like 2015, 2016. And nothing. Now, I have a few story times of some messy and crazy stuff. You feel me? But I'm not going to. I'll if you guys want more story times, let's just say I'll tell you more if you want more, okay? But don't judge me, all right? We've all lived a little bit of life, and if you haven't, congratulations. I'm so glad you're perfect, okay? But yeah, that's it. That's the story time, and I have a lot more story times. If you guys want to know them, let me know in the comments below, and subscribe, like, and support me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.